Pulse of Spokane is a broad show that showcases many different things in our community, sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Well Dressed Walrus, and Homes for You.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Pulse of Spokane. My name is Emma Ulring, and I am lucky to be chatting with Matthew Dunn, the president of Allwest Imports. Matthew, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Emma. Thank you so much for having me today.
We are really excited. We know this is a weird way of chatting, but I'm glad we could make it happen. Now, you have a pretty big title of president of Allwest Imports. How are you able to handle that? Let's give us some context of what you do, how you stay sane, especially in times of chaos like right now.
Sure. Well, it's pretty big shoes to fill, and I'm very blessed and fortunate to be in the role that I'm in. And, you know, partially how it's done is just by having a really wonderful team that is built around supporting one another. We have about 6 executives that work for this company, and then some other revenue lines that we also have been creating. But just wonderful people who are high achievers and go-getters and do a really excellent job fielding a lot of the things that are day-to-day stressors for me.
Yes, that makes total sense. Can you give us some background as to the services that Allwest provides? I know it's a lot of dealers and fleet owner and individuals to save money for purchasing cars, but can you explain a little bit greater as to what exactly you offer?
Sure. So primarily, we do commercial vehicle imports from Canada into the United States, and it's the business model is really simple. It's how can we take advantage of the currency exchange and leverage that to make ourselves some money by selling vehicles here in the States. And so we have a lot of different dealers that go up to Canada, they purchase the vehicles, and what we do is really facilitate the transportation role. So from the vehicle is purchased, have transport outfits go pick that vehicle up. Then we'll do the administrative paperwork to legally enter that vehicle into the United States. From that point, it will come to one of our facilities here in Spokane, Washington. We also operate out of Billings, Montana, Salt Lake City, and we're opening in Seattle. But it will come to one of our registered facilities there. And then our labor activity begins, where we verify that the vehicle meets federal motor vehicle safety standards. Long story short is basically to make sure the vehicles are safe for the public to drive. And that is the service that we provide. We then release the car to the customer for sale.
Wow, that is a lot of steps. That is awesome.
Yeah.
How have you been impacted by COVID-19? Because obviously you're dealing with, products in Canada with people all over the place. How has that been a factor in everything going on right now?
Sure. It's been difficult. We went from 600 cars a month down to about 50 almost overnight. And we had 16 employees, and we had to do several seeds of layoffs, which is always unfortunate. But one thing we're really blessed in is, like I said, we have that cooperative, cohesive leadership team. And so what we have done is, if you take a look at our website, we now offer medical supply imports. So we knew there was a demand. We have multiple companies, not just specifically Allwest Imports, but we have transportation lines and some other companies. So those medical supply imports, we leveraged our contacts from other countries. You see a picture of me up there, but we can sell upwards of 1 million face masks. And so far to date, we've sold about 160,000 face masks to different hospitals. And so that's what we're trying to do in the meantime while we're not revenuing with these other companies.
Wow, that is an amazing shift that you made, that's actually what the world really needs right now. So congratulations. That's an amazing, move to make in the midst of all of this. I am curious about your leadership style, because I can tell that you have this value and trust in your team, and you highlight your team often. Can you mention ways that you do that, whether through your actions or support that you give, or some mentor that you had before that kind of explained their leadership style to you? How do you lead?
Yeah, I've had an interesting run at leadership. I was in the Marine Corps from 18 to 22, and I actually was a sergeant, and I had about 71 Marines under my charge. And that style of leadership, if you could believe it, is very direct and fear-based. And so transitioning from that into companies, I've owned about 8 companies to date, and over the last six years or so, and so I've had a lot of experience and a lot of failures, and I think that was primarily how I learned to become a better leader. Was great mentors. The pastor of my church, shout out to Joshua Bingle with Genesis Church. He's an incredible mentor of mine. He recommended a book called Multipliers by Liz Wiseman, and completely changed my life and leadership talent. So I started implementing it. We built something called Core Leadership, and really just started empowering the employees, recognizing that they have incredible gifts that have been bestowed upon them that the world needs and can use, and so can this company. And so we started identifying strengths and weaknesses and native genius, and then we started putting people in the proper places so that they had the largest impact in our company. And so far, it's been faring very well, as well as implementing behavioral values. So we're not just bringing high achievers, we're bringing people that care about the same things that we care about.
That's amazing. And I can tell how passionate you are about your work and creating that team just from talking. So congratulations. That's a big feat to be in charge of that many people. And thank you for your service and your time for our country. I do have one final thing. So what kind of clients are reaching out to you right now? Or is that still a possibility for people, in the Spokane area or in, Eastern Washington? Can people still come to you for search of cars? Is that an option right now, or is that completely halted?
So, as I stated, primarily we do commercial imports. We will facilitate personal imports and help walk you through the process. And yes, we're certainly open to business. If you visit our website and you select the vehicle importation side, you can find the tab that pertains to you. So if you're an individual, you can plug in the vehicle and the year, make, and model that you're looking for, and our staff will reach out to you and let you know the process and the costs and things like that. Certainly open for business. Love any added dealers and people that can come on board. It's very slow right now. So
great. And then what's a website that people can find you at? Can you just say it one more time? I know we flashed it up on the screen, but just once again.
Yes, that is allwestimports.com. As you can see there,
and I know you have. Yes, and you have some social media too. So that is great. And we thank you for the work you're doing with all of the, masks and hospital gear. That's amazing, and we really appreciate it. I hope you're staying safe and you and your family are doing well. And I appreciate talking to you today.
Thank you so much, Emma, and you as well. I appreciate your time and your staff. There's one more thing I can mention. At the bottom of our page, we do have an idea box section for entrepreneurs who have great ideas and just need some funding or resources. If you're out there, we would love to hear from you. And we're very much want to be involved with these young entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs in general coming out.
Oh, great. That was a great plug. I love that. Well, thank you again, Matthew, and thank you to everyone for watching the Pulse of Spokane.
Join us at Paint Night, where you release your inner artist, hosting events in Spokane and surrounding areas. We are the party on wheels and can come to your choice of locations. We specialize in private events, corporate team building, and fundraisers. We are the original Paint Night and want you to join in the fun. Check us out at www.paintnight.com, and we always offer $10 off with the code SPOKANE10.
National Barricade and Sign Company is a well-established company founded in 1957. National Barricade has become a well-known business in the Spokane Valley for more than 50 years. Over the years, we have built long-lasting relationships with many cities, counties, and their departments of transportation. Customers come to us because they know they are going to get the best quality service at the best possible price. National Barricade prides itself on getting the job done in a timely manner. We know that contractors must have certain items in a timely fashion to get their job done, and if we don't have it, we will get it. We guarantee fast service no matter how long it takes.
Hi, this is Tim Lane with State Farm with your quick winter tip. One of the most common questions I get is about trees and who's responsible for a fallen tree or branches. The answer comes down to negligence. If your neighbor's tree falls and damages your home, vehicle, or personal property due to a weather-related incident, then your insurance company would cover that as a non-fault loss. If you can prove negligence against your neighbor, city, or county, then they are legally responsible for your damages. If you have any coverage questions or would like a second opinion on your insurance, call my team and I at Tim Lane State Farm at 509-926-5135.
Imagine being ordered to stay home when you have no home to go to. Because of generosity from people like you, Union Gospel Mission is able to provide a place of safety and refuge for men, women, and children who have nowhere else to go. Today, more than ever, the vulnerable in our community need your help. Thank you for your generous tax-deductible gift in their time of need.
Thanks for watching. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or check out any of our other programs on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com. Sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Well Dressed Walrus, and Homes for You.